A bomb squad is called into the Westminster College campus. I'm Ashley Zavala, and coming up, we'll have the latest details.
More people are speaking out tonight about a newly released video that shows MU Communications professor Melissa Click verbally assaulting members of the Columbia Police Department. I'm Mark Slavitt. Hear why the MU chancellor says the videos are appalling.
A highly debated abortion bill is expected to reach the Senate floor. I'm Stephanie Hirata with the latest details.
And we'll find a mostly cloudy sky across the area tonight. A dry evening, but rain returns for your Tuesday. KRCG 13 live at 6 starts right now.
Live from across mid-Missouri, this is KRCG 13 live at 6.
Good evening. Law enforcement officials shut down a section of Westminster College this afternoon. Someone spotted a suspicious object on campus.
KRCG 13's Ashley Zavala is live in Fulton with the latest.
Kermit and Megan, I'm in the parking lot where Highway Patrol's bomb squad spent about an hour inspecting the apparently suspicious object. At around 2 o'clock this afternoon, a student walking through this area saw the object underneath a car. That's according to school officials. Highway Patrol, Fulton Fire, and police responded and blocked off the area between West 8th and 7th Streets, just off Westminster Avenue. Highway Patrol's bomb squad was called in to handle the object. They said the object in question was an empty canister.
We're hoping that this is just a false alarm, but it's always better to be safe than sorry.
Officials say no one was injured and campus operations have gone back to normal. Reporting live in the Westminster College campus, Ashley Zavala, KRCG 13.
We have new reaction tonight to police videos showing MU Communications professor Melissa Click verbally assaulting members of the Columbia Police Department.
In a statement to KRCG 13, Click said, "I am sorry I cursed at a police officer while trying to keep the peace during the students' demonstrations. I feel this video depicts my desire to support marginalized MU students." KRCG 13's Mark Slavitt reports university leaders say Click's conduct is appalling. That's while some of her co-workers say she was within her rights.
The Columbia Police body camera videos obtained by KRCG show Melissa Click telling officers to back off when she stood with protesters in front of former UM System President Tim Wolf's car during last fall's Mizzou homecoming parade. The videos show Click yelling some foul language at a police officer during a protest at Mizzou's homecoming parade. Officers warned Click and other protesters to get out of the road or get arrested. MU English professor Bill Kerwin has supported Click ever since she came under fire for another video that went viral on the internet, showing Click confronting a student journalist during a November racial protest.
She did yell a profanity at a police officer, but if we fired everybody who used a profanity, the entire country would be football coachless. She was within her rights as a citizen.
Interim MU Chancellor Hank Foley sent a statement to KRCG that said Click's conduct and behavior are appalling, and I am not only disappointed, I am angry. English professor Andrew Hoberick supports Click.
If the appalling part is her use of the F word, then that's a troubling precedent because we all use profanity.
Click is on a paid suspension from her job while university leaders review her case. More than 100 Missouri lawmakers have demanded that Click be fired. Some Missouri legislators have threatened to cut the university's funding if Click keeps her job.
Well, the faculty would all love to have the money from Jefferson City that's being withheld. But we're not willing to throw one of our colleagues under the bus.
Interim MU Chancellor Hank Foley plans to meet with the university's Board of Curators and review the newly released videos of Melissa Click as they work to complete their own review of the matter. On the Mizzou campus, Mark Slavitt, KRCG 13.
You can read Melissa Click's entire statement with this story on our website, krcgtv.com.
And now, your KRCG 13 Weather Authority First Weather.
Well, if you picked up snow from the weekend, if you've been outside recently, not a lot of it left. Really, the only thing that's left are the piles, or maybe some of the ones that are on the north side of a house or a building that didn't quite receive as much sunshine today, but we definitely had some mild weather, even a little bit of light rain at times this afternoon. Now we're finding drier skies, but there is a second storm system upstream. That one will move through overnight and make an impact for us as we go through the day on Tuesday. In the meantime, we're in the 30s and 40s across mid-Missouri, 38 degrees currently in Columbia, a degree warmer for the lake at 39. Jefferson City right now we're at 43, and still some 50s down to our southwest. Clouds will make a return later on tonight. We're going to find a chance for some rain as we get into the morning hours on your Tuesday, and periods of rain as we go through the day. We'll talk about that rain and possibility of some more spring-like temperatures ahead in your forecast in a few minutes.
Thank you, Zach. It is already required in school-sponsored athletics at the middle and high school levels. Now, one Missouri lawmaker wants to make education on concussions the standard for parents and coaches of athletes of all ages, and in privately sponsored as well as public programs.
Every year, the tragic stories of athletes falling victim to serious head injuries make sensational news.
17-year-old Andre Smith, who suffered a fatal injury playing football.
Witnesses say Evan Murray walked off the field under his own power, but then collapsed on the sideline.
No single sports injury has received more attention over the past decade than concussions. Sanctioning bodies for youth soccer have gone so far as to consider outlawing the practice of using one's head to move the ball. 5 years ago, state lawmakers required school athletics programs to report sports injuries annually and to educate coaches and parents on the risks of brain injury. Now, Potosi Representative Paul Fitzwater wants to extend the education requirements to programs run by YMCAs, parks and recreation departments, and anyone else that charges a fee for participation.
Each athlete's parents or guardian must sign the information form and submit it to the athletic activity governing body before the athlete may participate in that activity, wherever it may be.
Fitzwater says the forms are not a waiver of liability for legal purposes. They merely indicate that parents are aware of the risks and have received information on how to spot the symptoms of concussion. Fitzwater's bill also requires that all coaches complete initial online or in-person training and receive updated training at least once every 3 years thereafter.
There is free training online. The CDC has free training. MISHA, Missouri State High School Activities Association, has free training. The Brain Injury Association of Missouri.
The Brain Injury Association is sponsoring a series of seminars on sports-related concussion across the state this month, including one Wednesday at the Stony Creek Conference Center in Columbia. That begins at 8 a.m. It is free to the public, though registration is required. Some mid-Missouri schools are being honored by the NFL.
As are some young men who earned the highest level of achievement in the Boy Scouts. Details about today's honorees are still ahead on KRCG 13, live at 6.
29 this morning, 43 for the afternoon with a little light precipitation. We'll find another chance at some rain as we get into your Tuesday and more mild weather. We'll talk about how long it sticks around in your 7-day forecast after the break.
And now, your KRCG 13 Weather Authority forecast.
Well, we will find clouds returning here later on tonight. A few of you were able to catch a little bit of a sunset here and even some sunshine across the area today. But clouds will return. Temperatures will fall back in the low to mid 30s tomorrow morning. And we'll find that chance for some rain returning before sunrise as well. And I'll continue off and on at times as we go through the day on Tuesday. Winds overnight, light out of the south to maybe 10 to 15 miles per hour by the time the front starts rolling through tomorrow. And when that front swings through, we're going to find a wind shift more to the northwest. In the meantime, we did have a little bit of light snow in a few spots today as well. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s across a lot of the areas. Most of us got into the 40s today. Really still looking at a fairly dry sky, a little light rain showing up here, but when you take a more of a high-res look at it through max 13, not as much rain showing up on the radar again. So still looking at dry skies, but there is some more rain upstream, and we'll find more of that here later on tonight. Most of us in the 30s now, still mild down for Fort Leonard Wood at 46 degrees. Lynn, you're at 43. Higbee at 37. Versailles right now at 39, and we're still in the 40s across the capital as well. Sun setting in the distance on our Scruggs Lumber camera, and we've got a temperature of 43 degrees. Winds are calm right now. Some good news. Don't have much of a wind chill outside, but still want to grab the jackets if you're heading out to grab dinner. As far as systems, one system is exiting, another system upstream, still developing, and noticing on the radar, it is still in the liquid form in the way of rain, and that will continue to dive south here overnight and bring us that chance for some rain as we get into your Tuesday. Starting tomorrow morning, I think we'll find mostly rain. Areas around the lake won't pick up as much, but we could find a few snowflakes mixed in with it at time, maybe even a little bit of sleet. But overall, this is going to be a liquid event, and temperatures are going to be mild again tomorrow. So we go towards the afternoon, it'll all be really winding down by that 2 to 4 o'clock time period. Clouds will stick around, and they'll slowly clear as we get into the morning on your Wednesday, allowing for more sunshine as we get towards Wednesday afternoon, and that warming trend continues for Wednesday, and still think we'll find a nice day tomorrow despite the rain. Not a lot of rain anticipated. Still think we'll find roughly about 1/4 inch. We could find some localized spots a little closer to 1/2 inch. Areas around the lake, maybe 1/10 to 2/10 at the most, but really looking for a pretty nice, slow soaking rain, I think, as we go through the day tomorrow. The forecast for tonight, cloudy, some scattered rain. Temperatures right around 34 degrees tomorrow morning. We'll find rain through at least the early part of the afternoon, beginning to taper off by late in the day. High temperatures right at 45 degrees. It's going to be a little breezy, though. Looking for north winds gusting close to 30 miles per hour. As we get into Wednesday, we'll find decreasing clouds. High temperatures around 50 degrees. Into the 60s here for your Thursday. Very nice, but still going to find breezy conditions, I think, to close out the week. 67 degrees for your Friday. Some areas will get to 70 degrees. It is going to be a very nice end of the work week and getting into the weekend. Still looking for above average temperatures to continue, and I'm hoping some of that will continue, at least mild weather-wise, for the polar plunge. That's coming up on February 27th at Lake of the Ozarks at Public Beach number 2. Water temperature right now 38 degrees. Slowly getting towards that goal again at just over $1,000 right now. Thanks to everybody that has contributed, and have another night coming up this week at Oscars on Wednesday. And Patty Malone's, another local business that has chipped in to help sponsor me as I make the super plunge of 24 jumps in 24 hours, starting Friday the 26th, finishing up on Saturday the 27th. Again, all this going for Special Olympics Missouri. Alan and Marilee Tapman there of Patty Malone's Irish Pub, once again making a generous donation of $500. If you want more information on how you could help, very easy to do. Head over to our website, krcgtv.com. Under weather, you can click the Polar Plunge link.
All right, thanks, Zach. Some mid-Missouri schools are being honored by the National Football League.
And the spotlight is on Eagle Scouts at the state capitol. Next on KRCG 13, live at 6.
Right now, the state Senate is debating a bill which relates to placing new restrictions on abortion in Missouri.
KRCG 13's Stephanie Harada joins us live from the state capitol with an update.
A highly controversial bill that would make numerous changes to existing statutes related to abortion is expected to reach the Senate floor. The proposal, sponsored by Senator Bill Onder, includes new restrictions such as a ban on fetal donations and a requirement that any doctor that works at an abortion clinic needs to have surgical and admitting privileges at a nearby hospital. The bill hasn't been brought up yet, and Senate leaders have just told us that they won't be debating the bill tonight. We will continue to update you as more information becomes available. Reporting live at the state capitol, Stephanie Harada, KRCG 13.
Today was Eagle Scout Recognition Day at the Capitol.
Scouts from across the state who have earned their Eagle during 2015 were recognized this afternoon. Becoming an Eagle Scout is the highest achievement of any Scout. Scouts received a special recognition item and certificate for their hard work and accomplishments.
Gentlemen that are Eagle Scouts tend to be, high character, high moral values, and leaders in the community throughout their lifetime. So that's one of the benefits. And today, obviously, we're just recognizing those Eagle Scouts.
Governor Jay Nixon was the keynote speaker at today's event.
The NFL has honored 4 mid-Missouri schools for the role they have played in developing the careers of several NFL players. Jefferson City, Mexico, Fulton, and Camdenton, all part of a 2000 school naming to the NFL's Super Bowl honor roll. The award was given to each school for every player or head coach who graduated from it and was on an active NFL roster as of a Super Bowl team. Along with being named to the honor roll, schools also received a special edition gold Super Bowl 50 football. Very nice looking, I think.
Very cool.
A good weekend for Mizzou Tiger basketball. The men ended a losing streak on Saturday.
And the women made it 20 wins on Sunday. Rodson next with sports.
A 20-win season for Mizzou women's basketball, and they're not finished yet. But the last 2 victories last week for Robin Pinchton's team, they've been enough to get back in the AP poll, but they didn't get back. For the 2nd straight week, the Mizzou women are just out at number 26. The Tigers beat up on Arkansas yesterday, building a 25-point lead at halftime, led by as many as 31 in the second half, battling for a 69-48 win. Missouri improves to 20-6 overall, first 20-win season in a decade. The Tigers are 7-6 in the SEC with 3 games to go. That should be enough to get to the NCAA tournament.
I thought overall just a great program win for us. You factor in that it's a 20-win season, first time in 10 years, only the 3rd time in 25 years. That's really, really exciting for the growth of our program.
We have such a deep bench, so anyone can step up at any night. And we're starting to peak right when we need to. And so we still have little things to shore up here and there, but I think as a team, we're in a really good spot right now.
A break in the schedule, no game until next weekend when Missouri travels to Auburn. Just 3 games left until the SEC tournament. No postseason for the Missouri men. Just 6 games to go in their regular season. Finally, the losing streak is over. After 9 setbacks, Kim Anderson's Tigers came up with a good win on Saturday at Mizzou Arena, 75-64. That puts Mizzou at 9-16. That victory coming against Tennessee. At least it equals last year's win total. A chance for a 10th win against South Carolina tomorrow night on Norm Stewart Court.
We're going to play South Carolina. I'm sure they're not happy, and you know they're a different team than Tennessee. They're going to get after you more. So you know, my plea is for 10,000 more people to come out on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock.
Mizzou and South Carolina tomorrow night. Tigers lost to the Gamecocks on the road a month ago, 81-72. Pretty good effort, though, at the other Columbia. The Mizzou Tiger wrestling team ranked number 5 in the nation. They will head to Lincoln, Nebraska this Sunday to face the 11th-ranked Huskers in the 2016 Division I National Championship Dual Series. This is the 16-team tournament that Mizzou won last year. And this is also high school state wrestling week. The Jefferson City Jays coming off a 3rd straight district championship. They will send 11 wrestlers to state. No school today, but they did hit the mats for practice this afternoon. We'll hear from head coach Phil Cagle tomorrow night, along with a few of his 7 seniors that will compete this week. That 3-day state meet starts on Thursday at Mizzou Arena. A Jays preview tomorrow, Fulton High on Wednesday night. Both will send 11 wrestlers to state. It is time to grapple. Megan and Kermit.
Time to grapple.
Yeah.
All right.
Zach will have a final check of our evening forecast coming up next.
I don't know if I want to look down at what I'm drinking and see myself.
Well, you know, how about you? We'll know what? How about you just look down and check out the forecast?
That'll work.
How's that? It is looking pretty good here. A little cool tomorrow morning, some rain, maybe a few flakes mixed in, a little sleet, but that's brief. Otherwise, we've got rain through the early part of your afternoon on Tuesday, 45 degrees, 50s on Wednesday, 60s for Thursday and Friday. Some areas on Friday and even into Saturday will hit 70 degrees. Looking pretty nice. Still a little breezy there tomorrow. Same thing for the end of the week. And starting next week off above average temperatures, staying in the 50s. Anybody that's a Royals fan, if you are interested, the trophy is at the MFA headquarters in Columbia until 8 o'clock tonight.
Very good.
Yes.
And that is our report. Thanks for joining us.
We hope to see you right back here tonight at 10. Have a great night.